All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be with everybody today. It is July 5th, a very special day for me as it is my firstborn 7th birthday today. And I'm just feeling, yeah, we can all just say happy birthday, Luna. Yeah, and it feels really special to me. There's a lot of symbolism with, turning 7 and like the year 7 and the age 7, but it's particularly special for me because her birth was really the catalyst for me seeking ways to become more free, like more free in my body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as find a little bit more freedom in my bank account. If you're a parent, shout out to all the parents out there, well, all of a sudden realizing like, wow, I have another child to take care of. Like my dreams just started getting so much bigger. And, I really started looking for a way, honestly, just to be able to be with her all the time. Like, I will never leave this child. I am going to be with her all the time. And if her dad can be with her all the time as well, that would be amazing. So I'm going to save my story for another time. I won't get into it here. We have some other beautiful stories for everybody, to hear today. But I'm curious to hear from you guys. So, that was 7 years ago, and now here I am, and I'm in this beautiful spot of really having felt like what I intended to do. I'm seeing the fruition of right now, and it's really beautiful. And I'm just here and excited to share this with anybody who might be in a similar place that I was in 4 years ago, 7 years ago. And so I'm really curious, well, first, before we dive in, I just want to say thank you for being here. Like time is probably our most valuable resource. So for you just coming on and giving your time to be here with us today, whatever brought you here, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to tune in and drop in with us. But we are really living in like really unprecedented times right now. Without diving into it too much, we all know and recognize and can feel, wow, like drop a 1 in the comments if you feel the transformation on the planet. Like there's a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot going on, a lot of decomposing and crumbling and, just a lot of displacement. And one of the things that I personally feel the most connected to and felt months and months ago when everything happened and all the shutdowns went down, the unemployment, the skyrocketing unemployment. And families, especially because I have 3 children myself, so like anybody that has families and they're providing for, I obviously can like relate to that. Families that weren't really sure where that next paycheck was going to come from or where their next grocery money was going to come from. And maybe that's not your story, but I know that was so many people's stories. And I'm curious, like if you're here and if you would like let us know in the comments, like, has your financial reality changed at all over the past couple months? Have you lost work? Has a partner lost work? Are things maybe like unstable with your job? Or maybe let us know in the comments. Like you could just drop a 2, like yes, that's me. Or if you want to let us know how, like we're going to be hearing a story from a dear sister of mine who had like a pretty like a big, like, wow, I thought I had this thing and oh my gosh, like, so many people, all of a sudden it's like the rug is pulled out from underneath us. And when I saw this happen, I, in so many ways, felt so heartbroken and so devastated, and simultaneously felt more empowered than I ever had because I felt like I truly have solutions for people. Like I have solutions to support people with the 2 things that I was seeing people needing so desperately. It's like people are just needing to feel better in their bodies, right? Like who needs to just feel better? like a little bit happier, a little bit better, like have more energy, feel more grounded, whatever that looks like for you. Feel better mentally, emotionally. Like who here, drop a 3 in the comments if you're like, yes, I want to feel better in my body. Like in some way, shape, or form, I want to feel better in that sense, right? Like I was just seeing so many people, they're like, I need to feel better. I need to just like elevate my immune system, all of that, right? And then I saw so many people that were like, I need other financial options. I need other financial flow that's not connected to this dollar per hour paradigm where like if they shut down my job, I don't have work anymore. I saw more and more people basically seeking to become entrepreneurs, to find a way to empower themselves, to not have to go to work for someone else, and to have sovereignty over their bodies and their bank accounts. Like drop a 4 in the comments if you're like, I want sovereignty over my body and my bank account, right? Like we all deserve that. I think that's a basic human, like that should be a basic human right. So for me, I saw these things like long ago: economic disparity, food injustice, social injustice, racial injustice. I mean, all of these things are issues that right now it's like they're just being amplified, but they've always been there. And I personally aligned with this company and this mission and this vision 4 years ago because I saw these issues and I had never seen a more powerful vehicle to get in, to drive, to try to like change some of these issues. You know, drop a 5 in the comments if you're on this planet and you've been like, I'm a change maker. I've been trying to change issues, whether that's just in my life, my community, like I'm aware, I'm here to do that work, right? Like I was on that path too. And I was like, all the vehicles I'm taking are not getting me there fast enough. Like I need to get there faster. So long story short, if you're here, it's because somebody felt like you would likely resonate with what we have going on here with the mission and vision of this company. So in a nutshell, like there's so much information out there we have for you. Somebody can drop our beautiful website here where everybody can go, our team website, Superfood Social, tons of great stuff for you to check out. But basically in a nutshell, Purium is an organic superfoods and CBD company providing whole food, real food, like raw food nutrition, supporting people to do the 2 things that every human on this planet needs to be doing right now, which is detoxing from like the toxic pollutions that are coming at us every day from every angle, like in our food, in our medicine, like in everything, in the environment. So there's these amazing products that are just going to support you to gently detox, to heal your gut, to really get rid of this stuff that we're just like bombarded by. And then, yeah, so many ways, so many toxins we're bombarded by. This is going to support you to just like clear all of that. And then the other thing that most of us are lacking is truly being nourished, truly on a cellular level, having deep nourishment, feeling satiated and satisfied and filled up and whole. And especially if you're a caretaker in any way, if you're holding space for people in any way, I mean, our soil is depleted, our food is depleted, we are depleted. It is just a reality. Like no matter how organic or healthy you are, most of us are not getting the mineral content and the nutrients that we need in our body on a daily basis. And Dave and Amy saw this, the owners of this company, and they're like, how can we, you know, next to the backyard garden, like how can we support people with something as just, you know, as close to as potent as that? And so you guys can check out all of our amazing like superfoods. They basically have this incredible line of superfoods that comes with like raw dehydrated shakes and amazing vegan protein and all sorts of ways you can just support your body and uplift your body. We'll talk a little bit about that later. And if you're brand new, like where to get started, like what's the best kind of pathway to start experiencing some of the products. But they also, you know, so that was 30 years ago. Dave and Amy have been on this mission of like, it's not just about the products, it's about agriculture and how we're treating the land and how we're treating the earth. And it's about us literally as a species being able to continue on. Drop a 6 in the comments if you're like, this is something like the earth needs to continue. Okay, so there's so much that is going on in the world. The systems that are in place in many ways are not supportive for the continuation of our people on our planet. The fact that there are food deserts where people don't even have access to clean, healthy, organic food, the fact that healthy, clean, organic food is a privilege, not a basic human right, the fact that there are enough resources to go around, but the 1% is holding on to all of that wealth And the people who have most of the money are destroying the planet. And there are systems set up, economic systems, medical systems, financial systems, like food systems, social justice systems that essentially are just kind of gridded to not support people. And the way that I've been like, how are we going to change this? How are we going to change this? And for me, the biggest thing that I've seen is economic disparity. As long as the story of the 99 and the 1%, as long as that stays the reality and stays the truth, how are we ever going to change this story and actually empower ourselves? I mean, we've seen how powerful we are when people come together. So if we came together in that way to reclaim some of the wealth, but I don't know, where can you do that? Where can you find a job that's going to let you become a 6-figure income earner, that has no glass ceiling, that's not going to ask you if you have a record, if you have a background, what's your age, what's your gender. I mean, we need to know your age. You got to be 18. What's your sexual orientation? Like, this is the most welcoming, inclusive business model that you could possibly find. You don't even need a high school education. And you can like, there's no glass ceiling here. So I'm going to get off my little soapbox here for a second, but I just want to say, like, this for me has been the pathway. Like, when I see all these things happening in the world, I honestly see that the people have money right now. Everybody's like, okay, open up your wallets and vote with your dollar. Support, BIPOC owned businesses, support this, support that. But if you don't have any money, if you're stressed about how you're even going to pay for your groceries, how are you going to do that? Right? Like, and that's what people need. We need money. We need money in the hands of good people. We need people who are like, oh, I want to start a housing unit development for, like, I was just talking to somebody the other day that's like, I want to start a housing unit for trans BIPOC people. And I was like, they're like, and I want it to be free. And I want them to just be able to come and like live. Well, you know what you need to be able to do that? A lot of money. So Dave and Amy took their beautiful company, this health and nutrition company, right, that had been in business for 30 years. And about a decade ago, they were like, you know what we could do? We could put our products like on an Amazon and on the shelf at Whole Foods. But like, Lord knows those people don't need more money. They don't need our money. They're like, well, why don't we just give our products to people? They can talk about it. They can share about it. They can spread it around, and we will pay people instead. And we'll pay you really, really, really well. So Purium believes in paying people really well to do good in this world and to support or like from the ground up for us to heal, because healing, like us healing all of these different systems and healing ourselves and all that starts with the first, like, how we're taking care of the earth, what the earth looks like, how we are in relationship with our bodies, how we are in relationship with each other, how we are in like all of this stuff. So I'm going kind of long here because I feel really, really passionate about like the need for change. Like, we need it so badly, you guys. Like, are you seeing what's going on in the world? Like, that the world is crumbling and being destroyed in so many ways. And since everything happened with COVID, I don't know what the percentage was, but something like the billionaires on this planet, their wealth has increased by like 15%. Like, are we just going to keep letting that happen? So if we want to empower ourselves, if you're here because you're like, I want to empower myself, I don't want to let that continue to happen, and I'm aware that economic empowerment is a pathway to take to get there. I have traveled down so many paths of finding out what that economic empowerment was going to be without sacrificing my values, and Purium has like been it for me. So if you're resonating with anything that I'm saying, just know that you're in really good company, and we want to pay you to live your gifts and go out there and like change the world. So, okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ah. All right. get all fired up over here. Start talking about changing the world, you guys, because it's got to happen. With all this being said, I really want to shift gears here a little bit. We're going to talk, I'm going to share at the end of this call, we're going to try to keep this to just about like 15 more minutes. I'm going to share in the last couple minutes what this actually looks like how do you get started? How do you actually get the products in your body? How does the business model work? Like, I'm hearing you say you could become a 6-figure income earner. Like, what does that mean? All that good stuff. So all that being said, before we get into that, I just want to bring up a beautiful mama friend of mine to share her story with you. Um, Nikki is an amazing woman that I actually connected with years ago over birth and babies. We met on Instagram. Anybody have Instagram friends out there that are like your soul family, but you've never met them? That was Nikki for me. I was like, Nikki. We've been friends for years on there. Her and her husband are very successful entrepreneurs, have a beautiful business restaurant, and she'll share her whole story with you. And we just recently started working together about 2 months ago, and it's been so beautiful and amazing to support you, Nikki, your family, your community. Your vision for this earth is like so beautiful. And I would love to hear, like, you're there in Costa Rica. Like, I mean, just tell us your story and, what you were doing before you found Purium, how Purium came in, and like, what you're looking forward to. And yeah, just share with us your story, Mama.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ash. And it's so mutual. I'm so grateful to have grown with you all of these years. And now we get to like be on this amazing journey, and deepen our friendship. So, um, wow, my story. I have been an entrepreneur for many years. It kind of all started, my daughter also just turned 7 a couple of weeks ago. So it was about 8 years ago or so ago that I was like, what am I going to do? I don't want to go back to a regular job. I want to be able to be with my daughter, when she arrives. So, my husband is an incredible business person, but I had extra space in my house. So we converted our lower floor to an Airbnb. So that was kind of like my job. I was running my Airbnb. It ended up being really, really successful. A couple of years after that, one of our, I guess you could call it rental kind of spaces that we decided to turn into a restaurant. So we built it out from scratch. We did all the construction. It took about 2 years. We opened it up. We've been running that for almost 5 years, and it's been amazing and all consuming. So we kind of like, both were just maxed out with what we were doing. We kind of like world travelers. So we always had this dream of moving to Costa Rica. Eventually we decided to make that happen. We sold our house, which had our Airbnb in it. We were kind of just really trusting that our restaurant was going to like keep going, and we have an amazing team and staff there that was running it for us. And we were like, yeah, so here we go. We moved down here, and within a couple weeks of moving here, we had to close, because of COVID. So we were like, wow, okay, like what does this look like now? And I've been into health and wellness and healing and all of that stuff for many years, been like dreaming of starting my own business and, just really impacting people's lives and helping people become better, um, you know, better selves for themselves, to show up differently in their own world. And I just never knew how to do that. I was so sort of like maxed out with everything that I was doing with my businesses on top of motherhood. I have 3 daughters. The oldest is 7, the youngest is 2. So I just never felt like I had the capacity to, take on anything else and really give my heart to it like I would want to. Meanwhile, Ashley and I, through our friendship, she had literally been asking me for the past 4 years, like, hey, come on, let's do this together. Let's do this together. So it was always in my world, always in my, orbit, but I just could never like make that full commitment. Yes. So she decided to come back to her business after having her 3rd baby and taking some time off, and was kind of like, hey, would you want to explore this? And I was like, yeah, actually, I would love to explore this, like, so like, let me figure out how to get it here in Costa Rica. And if I can get it, I'll take it from a sign that the universe wants me to be on this path and to explore what this looks like for me. So I did, and I was able to get it. And it's been so, so incredibly beautiful. I feel like it's been an answered prayer in many ways for me to just really, align with a company and a vision that's just very heart-centered and very much in alignment with who I am. Even the community to align with all these other amazing people who just, we all share such a similar vision of what we want for individual health, of humanity, of our own health and families, of, the wealth of the soil and the earth and just all of that stuff. It's so incredible and so in alignment with who I am. So I just started sharing from a super authentic place, like, hey guys, this is what I decided to do. I'm still in a place. I got to open my restaurant about 10 days ago because I have an outdoor garden. So my restaurant's in Philly on the East Coast. And because we have an outdoor garden, legally, we're allowed to be open. So it's been about almost 2 weeks and it's been awesome. But they're not sure if we're going to be able to stay open. They don't know if they're going to open indoor dining for any restaurants in the next 6 months. So we're just like, okay, like, what does that mean for us? And it's been hard because we have 70 employees that I had to lay off, and thankfully almost all of them have come back. But now with this, like, you know uncertainty of if we're going to be able to keep them and stuff, it's like it's a really challenging place to be. So I just feel really grateful that I have this like other thing that I'm like nurturing and growing, and it just feels so 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 good. It takes a lot of the fear away from it all. Like, of course my heart is with everybody there, but to just know that I have this thing for myself has been really really beautiful. And um I was able, through these authentic conversations that I've been having, to become diamond in 8 weeks with this company, which has been really mind-boggling. It just shows me how much my community was really wanting me to show up and kind of share and sort of help them. And I've just had the most beautiful conversations with people that I've admired for a very long time, with friends that I haven't connected with in years, people I went to high school with, like everything. People are just kind of coming out of the woodwork, like, tell me what you're doing. I want to be part of it. I want to grow with you. I want you to help me change my own life. Like, let's do this together. So it's been really, really amazing. So thank you, Ash, for inviting me to do this.
Yes, you're so amazing. And yeah, you got a lot of love coming through here in the chat. And just thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so grateful that, that I continued sharing this with you and leaving that door open. And that's the beauty of this work is, it has a way of just finding people when they need it the most. So yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing. Yes, you're
Yeah,
amazing,
I
Mama.
I think one of the most important things that is for nobody to give up, even if people say no. It's not necessarily a no because they don't want to do it; they're just not really ready. Like I after starting this, one of my biggest things that I tell myself all the time is like, I wish I had the capacity to start this sooner. Like, it's just been such a beautiful journey, but I was just in a place where I was like, I just couldn't take on anything extra at that time. And Ashley didn't give up on me. She kept just saying very gently, like, hey, whenever you're ready, this stuff is huge. The plant medicine magic that is Purium just kind of kept coming through. And finally I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. So even if you guys are reaching out to people and they're just like, no, just keep sharing. Don't let it get you down. Keep, doing what you're doing, and keep them in mind. Don't totally close the door, or like write them off, because things change. You never know what could change in someone's life, and they could be ready. So
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nikki. You're amazing. And yeah, if you're here because someone, invited you to come check this out, that might be like, there's someone here who maybe is thinking of you in the way that I was thinking of Nikki. And I'm so grateful, Nikki, that this has just been able to bless you and your family so much. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Mama. I am just excited to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of like what that actually looks like. So drop a 1 in the comments if you're like, okay, this all sounds amazing. How does this actually look? How does this actually work? So a couple things is we basically have the business model and then the products, right? And so really simple. The way that it works is we have these amazing products, and Purium, essentially their business model is an affiliate marketing program that they've married to a multi-generational compensation plan. And so what that looks like and what that means is, on the affiliate side of things, when you go and you order your products, you're going to put in a code to get a discount. Whoever invited you here has a code for you to use where you're going to get a discount on your products, a discount on what you get. When you get your products, you are actually going to be able to then create a code yourself. You're going to create a personalized code that you can then give to your family and your friends, share with your community, etc. So the way that that works is when somebody goes and they use your gift card code, it's affiliate marketing, just like, Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, everybody has like, oh, use this code, get a discount, and then like you get credit or whatever it may be. So with Purium, it's really generous. The way it works is you share your code with somebody and they get $50 off or a 25% discount, whichever is greater, which is amazing. And on the flip side of that, you earn a 20 to 25% commission on the dollar amount that people are spending. So what's really cool about this is that, kind of different than other affiliate programs where you maybe get a little kickback the first time they use your code, when somebody uses your code with Purium, they create an account for themselves. And so if they fall in love with the products, they're wanting to continue with the core nutrition or whatever it may be, anytime they log in, they order, they're going to stay connected to you and you're going to earn that 20 to 25% commission every single time they go and shop, which is amazing because this also can support people to make passive income. So you're hearing Nikki, who's like, I'm so busy, I've got all this going on, I can't possibly take on one more thing. One of the things that made her say yes to Purium was when I was like, well, is anything you're doing making you passive income? Because you guys could literally be making money while you're sleeping in Costa Rica, And so the way that that works is, yeah, like I shared my first gift card code with my mom 4 years ago. Mom, she was my first customer, of course. And now my mom, every time she logs into her account and she buys something, I'm not like a part of that process. I'm not like, okay, mom, let me place your order for you or let me ship my products out to you. She just places her order. And then the following Friday, I get a direct deposit on the commission on like whatever she bought, which is amazing. So you basically have your own superfood superstore. And so instead of like paying Amazon, we're going to just pay you to share. So it's really simple, like just affiliate, you share a code, people get a discount, you get paid. Now, the other part of this, with this like the multi-generational, the multi-level part where you can get paid beyond, your direct work is available for you as well. And that's what this looks like is essentially financial permaculture. So for myself and for a lot of other people, what we're talking about, what you heard me talking about at the beginning of the call of like, oh, I want to change the world, like systematic overhaul, like we need to totally hit the reset button on this planet. That's a lofty task. And that is certainly one that on my solo entrepreneur endeavors, I will never be able to do. And I know because I've tried for years to do it. And that's when I was like, oh, I need a leveraged model. And so this is what this looks like. In Purium, essentially, when you share a gift card code with somebody, they go and they can buy products and become a happy customer. However, you might also have people that get their products and they also want to get gift card codes as well because they want their own business. Maybe they just want to get their products paid for, or maybe they're like Nikki that I was talking to and she's like, I really want to make a huge, massive change on this planet. So when you support people to share their gift card codes, you earn a 5% commission on the business volume of what they're sharing. And then if that person shares with somebody and they get gift card codes, you continue having the opportunity to earn a percentage of commission on everybody that comes through your lineage 9 levels, 9 people away from you. So the way that this works is essentially, from a business model standpoint, they just take out the commissions that they would be paying, like, paying to the grocery store, paying to Amazon, like whoever's doing the advertising, right? And they just split it up between like real people. So it's like me, Nikki, Sarah, like we get, that money goes to people, which is really cool. But what this looks like on an actual like impact level is, you know, I'm a gardener. I love gardening. I'm really passionate about agriculture, regenerative agriculture. That's like one of the things that attracted to me, Purium, was their mission and vision of like ending Monsanto and getting rid of GMOs and like wiping them off this planet, like banning the use of glyphosate and all this like toxic, you know, harm. Long story short, I know that if I go out and I garden on my own, and I'm like, okay, you guys, I'm gonna go in my backyard and I'm gonna go garden, the harvest that I'm going to have at the end of the year is going to be limited to what I can do with my time, my energy, my resources, etc. That's the solo business model, solo entrepreneur, clocking in, like that's that model, right? You're just gardening on your own. You're just like doing what you can for your family. Now, what this business model allows us to do is what I like to call financial permaculture, which is where I can say, Sarah, Angelica, Jessica, Nikki, babes, come garden with me. Let's start a beautiful permaculture. And if the 5, 6, 10 of us get together and we bring all of our seeds and all of our resources and all of everything we have together, oh, trust me, if you've done a community garden, you know at the end of the season, your harvest is so much more plentiful, so much more abundant, so much more diverse. And you all get to enjoy that and feast together. So that's the way that this business model works. It's like each one teach one. And in this way, we actually can start to truly shift the financial paradigms and like shift all of these different paradigms that are going on that don't support humans or the planet in any way. So I'm going to give you guys, we're like 4 minutes past my half-hour time. So thank you guys so much for like giving your time and being here. I just want to let you guys know how you can get connected with this and like get started with us. So normally the business, so the products, you can go and check out the products. They're amazing. Whoever invited you here will send you like their code you can use. I'm going to, and somebody can put the link to the Superfood Social Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation page. That's essentially what you're going to want to start with, is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It's going to give you a 30-day experience. It's really powerful and amazing, core nutrition, and not going to go into detail about the product because we have all that info on our website for you. But what I want to just let everybody know that's so important, if you're here because you're like, I want economic empowerment, normally the business, to get your website, your gift card codes, you know, all that stuff, it's $200, $199, which if you've ever started your own business, you'll know is like, that's pennies. I don't know a single business you can start for like $200, you know, just to make my website for my soul, like for my business that I used to have online, like the website alone was like $2,500. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty amazing. Dave and Amy are some of the truly most heart-centered, incredible people I've ever met. And when everything happened and went down with COVID and unemployment started skyrocketing, they were like, how can we help empower people even more? So they have done 2 things. One is they took their most popular product packs, their daily core nutrition, their ultimate lifestyle transformation, as well as an immunity pack, and they made the business free with those packs. So now you just buy this pack. The ultimate lifestyle transformations, $313. The core, you know, the core nutrition, so it's basically like, you know, the core nutrition is $184, and you get the business for free. Just super, super beautiful and amazing. They also have created essentially a fast start plan in the compensation plan that we have. So if you're here and you're like, this is great, I'm all about building a business, but I know that businesses take time to build and I need money now and I need money fast, right? They have a really beautiful, generous, fast start compensation plan, which I'm not going to go into the details about. If you're curious about that, join us tomorrow, Monday. We meet as a team, like people who are doing the business with Purium, who are aligned with this mission and vision. Every Monday and every Thursday, we do a training call, a 1-hour Zoom where you can come and we will walk your hand step by step and give you the tools and the guidance and the support that you need to actually do this business. You're not just like, okay, here you go, like, go do it. So if you're excited about that, don't worry about like, how do I do that? Or if you want to know how to do that, join us tomorrow on that call, order your package, get connected with whoever brought you here. Let's get you started so that you can join us on that call tomorrow and have these tools to be able to empower yourself now, not like, next month or the following, because so many people need these solutions. And I guarantee you that someone who right now has a prayer that they would feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and or financially. Drop a 1 in the comments if you think somebody that right now is like suffering physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I mean, we all do. If you're alive on this planet, someone. We do. And that is what Purium provides solutions for. We provide solutions for all of those things. So you have a beautiful gift here. You can share with others and support the collective to start to heal and start to transform. If we're going to change the world, it starts with us. It starts with changing ourselves first, then our families, then our communities, our counties, our cities, our states, our country, our world. So you can start that change for yourself by just like what you're putting your money towards, the work that you're doing, and what you're putting in your body. Those are 2 things that you have control over. You have power over where you put your time, over where you put your energy, and over where you put your resources. So just sending so much love to all of you and encouraging everybody, if you feel connected to this, join us. Let's do this. Let's, whether it's through Purium or another avenue, if you're here and you're hearing my voice, you have so much privilege. You have so much privilege if you're here and hearing my voice. And I'm not talking about racial privilege. I'm literally just talking about the fact that you have technology. Let's talk about, if we want to get into it, we can talk about real suffering, people that are in Yemen right now. We want to talk about suffering. We don't need to go there. I'm just saying, know that if you're here, you are so able to empower yourself and your community and be the change and be that change maker. So I just want to thank you for being here and, being alive on this planet and showing up here for yourself. Whatever drew you to come here, whether that was for yourself or for your family or your community, whatever drove you here, you're doing it. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And we're going to wrap it up with that. Thank you guys so much. Definitely, if you have questions, need any support, reach out to the person that invited you here. And we're definitely excited to continue, this conversation. All right, y'all. Have an amazing rest of your day. So much love to all of you. We'll talk soon.